Who's going to throw the ball up? Jay and Tom. And it's freezing in here. You didn't know you had to bring a sweatshirt today, did you? It's cold in here. Good toss. Backing out, Eric. Look at this film. Backing out on the shot. Should be going towards the basket, not away. Jay, there was an opportunity at that ball when all the players were on the other half of the court. Take a step or two on the court, okay? Then when they balance the floor, step back. Good no call. That three, I don't want you to measure it with the left hand instead of the right hand, Jay. It should always be the hand outside the court. Travel. Got to watch that pivot foot. Picked it up and put it back down. Watch the film. Take a look at that on the film. I think that he probably controlled it before you called it. So, but take a look at it and see what happens. Trail is the trail, Tom. Don't get ahead of that guy bringing the ball up the court. Oh, I want you to look at that again. I think if you would have been patient, second half, I think we missed that call. I think that was a block.
Me too.
You're gonna look at that. You're gonna look at that play and hope that you had a slower whistle, a more patient whistle, because if you look at it, you're going to see that was a clean block. Jay. Start, develop, finish. Remember that. You got to get that, Tom. From the top of the circle to where you called a foul, he had forearms on him the whole way. The good part is you got the foul. Bad part is I think you waited a little too long. You got to have better reporting mechanics than that, Tom. Jog to the spot, report. Good administration, Jay. Good job. Here's an opportunity. Okay. Outside hand, Jay. Outside hand, not the inside. You're all right-handed when it comes to that. It's always the outside arm that signals the attempt. I'd be closing down a little bit, Tom. Back out, Jay, back out. When you see that shot going from that side of the floor, we want to back out and get a better angle for our rebounding.
I ain't never, when I left, I saw him used to play like ball.
Outside hand again, Jay. Okay, what you're going to do, Greg, is you're going to go to Tom, not discuss it from 20 feet away. You're going to go to him and say, I have a tip off of white, black ball. And then you're going to, it should be black ball. And then you're going to let Tom make that change. But you're going to give him the information. Way to get an open look, Eric. Good job. Take a look at that again. I don't know if that was all ball or not. Color and number. Don't just point, Tom. Red. See, that's where we need to be slowing down. Before you administer the ball, Tom, you're going to look at both of your partners and making sure they were ready. All right, Jay was not ready when you put the ball in play. And I know it's loud in here and whistles and stuff, but that's a great habit to get into, is just before you administer the ball, you're going to look at your partners and make sure they're ready. Jay, it looks like you're ball watching as the lead. Little body contact there that we passed on. Remember, when the player is in the air, that is when they are most vulnerable physically. And you get a little bump while a shooter is in the air, that little bump can impact the play. Okay. Take a look at that play. I'm not sure. Wait, see, we're not just letting them come in the game. Tom, you just don't let them come in. You bring them in. This is your game to operate, not them. All right, I think you saw the whole play. Start, develop, finish. Kind of a delayed whistle, but absolutely the right whistle. All right, remember we jogged to the reporting table. Stop. All right, Tom, this is where I want you to be. Tom, right here. Right at the intersection of the two gray lines. Right here.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Good reporting. Good reporting. Tom, you didn't recognize? Tom, you didn't recognize the rotation. Lead. No. Left hand. Out of bounds. Left. Not this. Boom. That way. Good step down, Jay. Good no call. Color and direction. So it's not just a point, it's black. Color and direction. Who's the shooter? Who's the shooter? Make eye contact with both partners before administering. Counting players, especially when there are multiple substitutes, always counting the players, just a good habit to get into. Whenever you see an offensive player, dribbler, ball handler, dribbler, dip a shoulder into the defensive player, the thought of a player control call should be there. I'm not saying it's going to be one, but you should have your attention and focus on that. When that ball handler, dribbler dips his shoulder into the defensive player, there's a good chance he's creating space. has the lead, what I would like each one of you to do is when the shot goes up, we're going to back out to get a wider perspective on rebounding. If we're close to the basket in the close down, we limit what we can see as far as rebounding action goes. So when the shot goes up, I want you to just to take a couple steps backwards. Now remember, Federation J, good mechanics on that, but it's a point and not a punch. It's foul behind the head and a point instead of the punch. That's the Federation mechanic. Derek, step out on the court if you have to communicate with him a little bit. Step out on the court, yeah? All right, see, that's the signal I want to get rid of, the two-handed hold the ball. That is a college mechanic that has leaked its way down into high school. Federation mechanic is one hand up and holding it out. Little things, little things. Who's the foul on, Greg? Or who's shooting? Who's shooting? Who's shooting? We always want to know who's shooting the basketball. See, Jay was confused. He wasn't sure if it was going to be out of bounds or shooting. So we have to make that clear, okay? That we've seen what's going on or we've given the right proper signal as to what's happening next. We always want to think what happens next after we make any kind of call. What happens next? All right. Now, Jay, I want you to be able to explain why you would not give him two shots on that. I think he had gathered the ball, and he's only going to do one of two things. He was going to pass the ball or shoot the ball. And in that situation, he's absolutely shooting the ball. We can talk to them about that. That's a good get, Greg. Good call. Yeah. Tom, you want to look at that inbounds play? Was that? All right, we have been in the bonus. I don't know. Have we been in the bonus? Next one is the bonus. All right, do we know how much time is left? Does anyone communicate? Okay, I saw Greg with his hand up. One shot. Those, you got to get that. That is a foul all day, 8 days a week. When it's just the offensive defensive player out in the middle of the floor, and that defensive player is grabbing them and holding them and pushing them, we just got to get it. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, you saved me. I was not looking.
Good get, Craig. Good get. All right, so who has the shot here?
Go, coming down.
I got to tell you, I think that's a travel. Look at it. Pivot foot up, pivot foot down. Took me a while, but I figured it out. All right. Now, what are we going to call? Is this after the shot? Is it for the shot? Because there could be a big difference there. Was he on the ground and then he got fouled, or was he still an airborne shooter? There's a big difference. Jay, I want you right here.
Oh, over here.
Use the two gray marks, the intersection right there. Because now you can see him and you can see over there. If you're where you were, you got to listen to these guys to see him. Here you got a good look. My rule of thumb is generally 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and it should put you right here.
Okay, that sounds good.
Come on, get those hands up in the air. All the way up, not at the elbow, all the way up. All right, here we go, Greg. Left hand. How much smoother would it look if you just did that? How much smoother would it look? Work on that one-handed mechanic out of bounds. All right, I'm going to ask you if you really like that call. All right, our table mechanics, I know, again, summer, but they just got to be better. They got to be sharper, crisper, more clear. Okay, I get it. I get that, Jay. I want you to ask yourself when you see this, could you have let that go? I'm not saying you should. I'm just asking you to take a look at it and say, yeah, no, I got to get that. Or I could have let that go. Where's the ball come in? You got a point where the ball's coming in. I didn't see it. I was looking at something else. So I'm going to trust you made the good travel call, Jay. Oh, come on, Greg. One-handed, one-handed. I'm over there. Yeah. I suppose it could have been either hand, but I probably would have used the left arm on that. I remember what the official Federation mechanic on that is. It's not a punch, it's a point. And instead of going down, I think you want to say nothing at all or illegal screen or something like that. But going down, you should get that out of your vocabulary. He's having his way. All right, I don't know if you heard his whistle or not, Chris, but you know that's going to be Jay's call. He followed it all the way to the basket. Yours was a cadence call that was a little bit late. Whistle on every sub. Whistle on every sub. All right, see, Jay did the right thing to come in and confirm, but we got to know that information ahead of time. That's where our crew communication is so critical. Now again, I think we have far too many and ones. I want both Tom and Jay to look at that and say, could I have passed on that? All right, was there contact? Absolutely. Did you like the call? Could we have passed? Both of you had a whistle, simultaneous whistle. Again, Tom, not just a point. White! Give it some conviction. It's a way to stay in your primary, Jay. That's a travel again. They miss it all the time. Is it okay? Hustle, Jay, good job. Way to get there. Okay, again, instead of going down, we want to say player control or offensive. And remember, it's a point, it's not a punch. Little things. All right, we have a 20-point lead with about 8 minutes to go. This is game management time, okay? Tom, instead of trying to peek, move your feet. Little too low. Where's the free throw line? We passed on that. He didn't lose the ball on his own down here. The defensive player had a hand in his back and pushed him. Greg, take a look at that. I don't know. Are you happy with it? Do you like that call? I'm not sure. Got to look at the film. Never turn your back. Do not turn your back, Jay. Always back out. Walk out backwards. Do not turn your back on the free throw. You don't do it all the time, but you did it that time. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. All right, Greg, what's going on? Greg, we can't hold up the game. If he doesn't like your explanation, you got to walk away.
He just wanted to give me one. Tell me to sit again.
I don't know what happened.
Now you got to sit. You got the technical foul.
Okay.
I didn't want to give you the tee. I asked you nicely to sit.
All right, listen to your voice. Right.
Here you go.
No, I know. It's summer, but nobody's taking any. No, I know that. That's not what it's about. I understand that. It's not. So look, the whole deal was you're down there talking and the clock's running.
Yep.
I got kids that want to get in the game.
Yep.
So I told him, let it go, the clock's running. And he takes issue with it. And he says, your kids you want to have it. And I said, so you guys are helping them, just let's play. And then it's an engagement. And then he says you got to sit down with no technical. What is that? That's not the rule.
I
And then he
understand.
gives me a technical because I wouldn't sit down because he was wrong. And
Every-
I referee too.
Everybody would have been much better off with nothing being
I
I
know,
asked
I know.
you to sit. You said you wouldn't sit unless you get a
You're
technical.
done. Leave me
So I
alone.
gave
I'm
you
not
the
talking to
technical.
you. Leave me alone. That's ridiculous.
It is.
It is. He's looking for stuff.
Just deep
I
breath,
know, I know, I
Coach. Deep
know.
breath.
I know.
You should have swapped out, yeah?
Okay, let's talk about that interaction, with the coach. And in that situation, as soon as you saw Greg interacting with him, whatever, if it goes on for more than 1 or 2 seconds, somebody's got to get in there, pull him aside, and take his spot. All right? That way we avoid that kind of confrontational situation. So either Tom or Jay should have gone over there and got Greg out of there. Because that kind of, situation does not lead to anything where anybody's happy. Okay? Greg was not happy about it. The coach was not happy about it. But if we get him out of there, that in itself diffuses the situation. We cannot hold the game up to have a conversation with the coach. That's a good no call, Tom. Greg.
Yep.
So you have a little over 3 minutes to go in almost a 20-point game. This is game management time, okay? This is make sure nothing stupid happens time, okay? So do your best, call the fouls, don't make them foul, foul twice to get the foul, okay? Just game management, control the atmosphere now.
Well, that smoothed itself out a little.
Jay, where'd the ball go out of bounds? Jay, where'd the ball go out of bounds? Went out of bounds right here. All right, 2 minutes to go. Our goal here is for nobody to get hurt, nobody to do anything stupid, okay? All right, what we do in that situation, Jay, is you go up to Greg and you say, I had it off Black's foot, and you let him make the decision whether he wants to change that or not. You don't come in and change the call. You go to your partner and you say, this is what I have. The ball went off Black. It should be white. And you let them make the call. You do not change the call. All right, a minute to go. Jay, we need to get that arm straight up, okay? Little thing, straight up, okay? Not the L, okay? Straight up in the air, little thing, little thing. And, when you, instead of line it up, which you said, I got 2 shots. That way your partners can identify who the foul shooter is right away, and you know what's going on. All right, anybody identify who's got the last second shot? Again, Greg did. Good job. Second time you've done that, Greg. Good job. I don't think Tom or Jay know that there's, the time limit. Okay. So one of the things we got to watch on that drive to the floor is how did that driver get to the floor? Stay engaged, stay engaged. Yes, good move to stop the game. Good move.